Hello guys, welcome to Arc Fiction. On this channel I design real-life houses for fictional characters. Today we start a new series on the channel. One cartoon that made an explosive comeback now that it's available on Netflix. Avatar: The Last Airbender. So I prepared a 4-episode series, one with each of the 4 basic elements on the cartoon: air, water, earth, and fire. We are starting today with the air element with Aang. And if you like this series, we can expand to other characters too. So let me know. So, who is Aang? I'm gonna tell you a little bit about him, but don't worry, I won't give you any spoiler of the story. I'm only gonna tell you a little bit about his personality, about his background. So who is Aang? Aang is part of the air nomads, and they were inspired by real-life Buddhist monks, not only by his clothes, but also by his costumes and the way they live. Aang has a very pure heart. He has a profound respect to life, nature, and freedom. For example, he refuses to eat any kind of meat. He's also against violence. He tries to resolve everything by talking and reasoning, so he doesn't need to fight, only if it is strictly necessary. In the dimension he has a flying bison called Appa. So Aang grew up in the Southern Air Temple, living with the air nomads in a kind of community. They eat together, they train together, they study together, they live together. So it developed on him a strong sense of responsibility with others, rather than the individuality that we see everywhere nowadays. This environment he grew up made him connect more with nature and with his spirituality rather than material things. He treasures meditation and bonding with nature. And just a little trivia to show you how the air nomads were based on real-life Buddhist monks. In the cartoon, the way they know if a child is the reincarnation of the avatar is making that child choose some objects between thousands of objects. And if he chooses the same objects as the previous avatars, that shows that that little kid is the new avatar. The idea behind that is that if he chooses the same thing, he has a connection with his past lives, because he could remember things from other lives, even if it's not a conscient choice. And some Tibetan Buddhist monks do the same thing to know if some past leaders or lamas have reincarnated in new kids. So it's really nice when we see that a cartoon has all this strong background story and inspiration in real life. That's really nice. Okay, so how to convey all that characteristics on a single house for Aang, especially now on the new century, all globalized world. The best way I found to do that was to take inspiration from a philosophy called wabi-sabi. This concept comes way back in time from Japan, but I'm not gonna tell you all of the story of wabi-sabi because that would take too long, and there are plenty of other videos here on YouTube where you can find that information if you feel interested in that subject. But I'm gonna give you all the general idea to understand what is wabi-sabi. So to understand that, let's talk a little bit about Western culture first, like European architecture, Roman and Greek classical architecture. Everything is very calculated and rational, and all the proportions should be perfect, all the materials should be perfect, and everything is measured. In contrast with that, we have this Japanese philosophy where they treasure the passing of time, the imperfections, the contact with nature, and they believe that age marks and imperfections tells the real story of an object or of a house. So in Wabi Sabi we remove everything that is not strictly necessary and value everything you have. For example, in Wabi Sabi, a broken bowl or plate can be glued together and still attend to its main functionality and still be used as a plate to serve food and things like that. And that mark of gluing is important because being broken and then glued together is part of that plate's story. So in Wabi Sabi, you don't need to try to follow perfection. You need to value nature, value your surrounding, value what you have, and that's the beauty of it. So in summary, I wanted to give Aang a house where he could be in contact with nature and with his spirituality, where he can meditate and live his life, but I also wanted to give my contemporary touch to it. So let's see how it turns out. So what do you think about this Wabi Sabi inspired house? Would you live in a house like that? Let me know in the comments below. And if you liked the video, support the channel, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and consider sharing to some friends. That way you help us bring new characters every week. Thank you so much for watching, hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you next week.